Happy 23rd birthday, by the way, Justin Gutterding, who is littered across the top 10. Great feed there from Gutterding.
The air is crisper, the sun is shining, flowers are in bloom. It must mean one thing: college lacrosse is back.
Huh.
What did you think it was?
This is just not very, it doesn't smell great here. So I thought you were talking about here specifically.
Yeah, but it's more of a mentality. It means like things are just better now that college lacrosse is back.
Duke and Air Force started off the season, and today we want to talk specifically about Duke. Are they the best team in the nation? Why, and potentially why not?
So Duke was preseason ranked number 1 by a ton of media outlets. Now, they are returning a lot of guys, but this is also a team that hasn't been in the Final Four in 4 years. So we're gonna give you 3 reasons why we think they'll be in the Final Four this year, and 3 reasons why they might not. And we'll let you decide at the end what you think. Number 1, Justin Gutterding.
All the way across it goes, lefty shot, Gutterding, far post.
Gutterding had 10 points in their season opener against Air Force. He had 7 assists and 3 goals. He draws a ton of attention every time he touches the ball. He can score and he can obviously pass. He has broken a ton of records at Duke and just broke Ned Crotty's scoring record.
Gutterding, the spin move, the lefty finish.
The second reason we think you'll see Duke in the Final Four is their depth. They ran 3 midi lines and gave them pretty equal time. Not to mention they're returning 11 of their top 13 leading scorers from last season. And when Coach Danowski was asked who their best player is, he didn't even say Gutterding. They have a transfer from Georgetown, Peter Conley.
Peter Conley with the ball, transfer from Georgetown, may very well be the best player on Duke's team, according to Coach Danowski.
And Jake Seau's on that 3rd midi line. We got to film him a ton when he was in high school down here in San Diego. He's a beast. Check out this goal he scored against Air Force.
Gutterding, feed all the way up top, Seau, hands free in the finish.
So basically, the pairing of Justin Gutterding and this depth makes them really dangerous, because Gutterding can just dish it to these middies who can put it in the back of the net.
The third reason we think you'll see Duke in the Final Four is their defense. They have a veteran goalie in Danny Fowler. Fowler is a grad student at Duke, so he's a veteran, and he comes from the Fowler family of lacrosse players.
Their starting defense is just incredibly athletic. They have sophomore JT Giles Harris, junior Cade Van Raphorst, and senior Kevin McDonough. This is a defensive group that has leadership and athleticism. It's very dangerous.
Okay, so now 3 reasons why Duke may not make it to the Final Four.
Duke definitely has some questions to answer at the face-off X, and that's going to be a big battle for them so they can get the ball to all these offensive weapons that they have.
Reason number 1, they're not super strong at the face-off X. They went 10 of 26 against Air Force. And I don't think the face-off guy at Air Force will be the best that they see this season. They're going to have to take on Denver and Trevor Baptiste in about a week.
Baptiste is going to score.
And there's a lot of good face-off guys right now, especially in their conference.
And you know what they say. If you don't have the ball, you can't score.
You miss 100% of the shots you can't take because you didn't win the face-off. That's the quote, right? Reason number 2 is inexperience in the postseason. Nobody from this Duke team has had experience in the Final Four. So if they do make it to Boston, it'll be a totally new experience for all the guys on the team.
That said, it won't be a new experience for Coach Danowski.
It's a new dynasty in Duke.
That's true.
Very, very seasoned head coach, as well as the head coach of Team USA.
That's true. We didn't mention that.
We did not mention that.
But the fact that Danowski's the coach of Team USA, does it help him or hurt him? Is his mind on Team USA?
I'm sure his mind is on Duke. And reason number 3 that you may not see Duke at Foxborough in May. Their conference. The ACC is a super, super competitive conference. They've got Syracuse, Virginia, Notre Dame, UNC. So that's just in their conference, not to mention a super difficult out-of-conference schedule.
You remember the days, though, where Duke was just, unbeatable?
What was that, 2008?
Zach Greer, Danowski, and Max Quinzani. That attack line.
I just remember CJ Costabile winning the face-off.
Clean win by Costabile.
And within 8 seconds,
charging toward the net.
Scoring against Notre Dame.
He scores!
Sorry, Scott Rogers. Did not mean to bring that up.
It is a storybook.
This is an entire episode about
Yeah,
Duke.
let's cut that clip from
Cut.
this.
All right, let's just cut.
Cut it.
Cut.
So there it is. 3 reasons why we think Duke will make it to the Final Four and 3 reasons why they might not make it to the Final Four. But we want to hear your thoughts. There's only been 1 weekend of college lacrosse so far, but what do you think? Will Duke make it to the Final Four?
And if it's not going to be Duke, who do you think it's going to be? Let us know in the comments. Also, keep sending your hashtag TLN Nation videos. Check out the top 5 from RJ that came out last week. It's linked somewhere here on the screen.
Like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, comment below what you think about Duke Lacrosse, vote in the poll, do all the things, and we will see you next week. Peace!